I want to touch on several topics here. I want to touch on the fact that Noah Lyles still haven't started his season as yet. Sha'Carri Richardson had one of those dismal performances, surely a cause for concern. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, she started her season very optimistic about the season, but it's still a slow start to her season. The Clayton Twins, Tia and Tina Clayton, are they the future of the Jamaican track and field, with that kind of win, a world lead from Tia Clayton? Remember, from the juniors, it was Tina Clayton who was the superior of the two athletes. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to Red the Narrative, where it's okay to be curious. Various topics out there where track and field is concerned, and this is just somehow, I don't know if this is a example that track and field is popular. Is it gaining popularity, or it's just it's just a time for it? I want to touch on several topics here. I want to touch on the fact that Noah Lyles still haven't started his season as yet. Sha'Carri Richardson had one of those dismal performances, surely a cause for concern. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, she started her season very optimistic about the season, but it's still a slow start to her season. The Clayton Twins, Tia and Tina Clayton, are they the future of the Jamaican track and field, with that kind of win, a world lead from Tia Clayton? Remember, from the juniors, it was Tina Clayton who was the superior of the two athletes. Now Tia Clayton seems to be the superior athlete as a professional athlete. The Akani Simbini continues to be the most dominant 100-meter sprinter at the moment. There are just so many different things that is popping up out of the woodwork, and let's dive into it, right? So Noah Lyles, one of the most flamboyant athletes. He's one of those athletes who does not shy away from a competition. He tried to make his voice heard continuously. He wants to be the next Noah Lyles, not the next Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt said that, he set the bar to a level where all athletes should strive to get beyond that level. But some athletes, I think they just believe that the level is just too high. Noah Lyles believes that he should be the next Noah Lyles. You can't be two Noah Lyles, right? No, Noah Lyles somehow haven't started this season as yet. At this point, we're talking about since the last Olympics, right? Since Olympics finals, we haven't seen Noah Lyles on the track, not even once. Noah Lyles pushed himself to two personal bests within 2 months. August and September, I think it was. No, it might have been July and August, somewhere around there. Two personal bests, and since then we haven't seen him on the track. Noah Lyles had been known for as one of those athletes who invest in himself. He treats his body like a corporation, where he continues to reinvent himself to try to find the best strategy to give him that competitive edge, mental edge. The athlete that you strive to be like if you were an athlete. The only person I've heard who would have had a similar approach, it's probably like a LeBron James, the athlete who put back millions in the body just to make sure that he can operate at that high level, just so that he could meet the demand of the sponsors and the endorsement deal that they usually attract. Now, with such a late start to the season, a lot of people are kind of concerned about the possibility of Noah Lyles being injured. But it is also confirmed that he was battling with some ankle tightness. As a result, he pulled out of the Atlanta Games last year. He was pretty close to breaking that 150. His personal best in the 150 meters last year. Was in such good shape. This year, slow start to the season. What can we expect from Noah Lyles going into the World Championship with such a late start to the season? I'm not sure if he will need to run at the World Championship. Just need to manage his load and just go in there as a champion, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Some people believe that the US track and field is literally in crisis at the moment. Why would they want to say that the US track and field is in crisis? Noah Lyles is one guy. It's just Noah Lyles being injured, but no. Shakir Richardson run a staggering 11.47 to place, I think it was fourth, for a fourth place finish in a meet where it was not the strongest athlete. A fourth place finish. Australian Riz, I think it was, who ran past her. it's looking like she was the average athlete. You know, Shakir Richardson, who at some point last year everybody was touting to be the next best thing since Flojo. The US athletics is in crisis. That's what a lot of people are saying. Some would say that not necessarily, because some people are picking up where the others left off. Kenny Benerick is having a staggering year in the circuit out there on the Grand Slam track, running some extremely fast time, winning is Slam champion twice. So a lot of people don't believe that it's that serious. But how about you guys? Do you think that the US track and field is in some kind of shambles at the moment, or there are athletes always there to pick up the pieces? The two marquee athletes, they are the ones who would have the star power, have the following, have the bulk of the burden on their shoulder, especially with some of the major Olympic athletes looking a little average in a world championship year, you know. But what do you guys think? Do you think that the US athletics is in trouble? No, let's talk about Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. The way how she started her season, very optimistic, very demure. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is one of the most positive athletes out of Jamaica. Definitely an athlete who is quite exemplary. If you listen to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce as an athlete, it just make you feel like, or a fan, it just make you feel like everything will be okay. You know, before running that race in Doha against the Clayton Twins, she said that Jamaica's track and field is in good hands. It's currently in good hands. The young ladies, they understand the assignment, and she's very confident that they will pick up where she left off, where Elaine Thompson left off, where Shericka Jackson left off. You know, the young ladies, they understand the assignment. And you know what's funny? The MVP, they are the ones spearheading the resurgence or the continuation of the female track and field dominance in the world. We have the Christina Slowly, Serena Cole, and the Clayton Twins. Those athletes are here to stay. They had been doing this as a junior, and right now they're representing at the senior level. Quite a competitive bunch, right? Talking about the Clayton Twin, a world lead from Tia Clayton, beating Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, beating Tina Clayton, who was the more dominant of the twin in the junior years. Now, thinking about the simple fact that most athletes, the most competitive athletes, the ones who are just always looking for that competitive edge, just looking for another victory, they are usually trying to beat themselves. Now, in this case, with the Clayton Twin, it's quite literal. You literally have to beat yourself, and if you don't beat yourself, your other self beats you. You can just imagine how beautiful that is. You go home with a victory, no matter what. Quite stunning. It's like when the Williams sisters were out there just dominating for a long time, where if it's not Venus, then it is Serena. Look at this. At this point, it's either Clayton, it's either Tina or Tia Clayton. Quite the impressive showing. Now, we had been, as Jamaican fans, we're always looking for the Jamaica team or the Jamaican athletes to do extremely well, but right now I'm rooting for Akani Simbini. I like what he's doing, and I hope that he will be the challenge that Kishane Thompson will need to overcome, and I hope Kishane Thompson can overcome it. But looking at Akani Simbini over the past couple of months, after each race, you see that it's easier to stay. This guy had put together 4 consistent sub-10 performances, the last one being the most dominant of all. Even though it was wind aided, it's a 9.86 performance this early in the season. It shows that the guy Akani Simbini is in very good shape. As a result, a lot of athletes will have to come very, very well to compete with Akani Simbini. But it's also important to note that it's very early in the season, and the season is a very long season, and we should expect a lot of wear and tear on the body running at such high level, and even the most finely tuned athlete will have to be extremely careful. The precaution level will have to be top notch. But from what we're seeing from Akani Simbini, definitely the person that everybody in track and field, the men 100 meters, they will need to overcome Akani Simbini. I want to hear from you guys. Which athlete do you have on your radar who could challenge for that top spot right now? A lot of people would think that Kishane Thompson is the natural challenger or the natural racer that everybody would need to overcome. Some people believe that it's Noah Lyles. At the moment, Noah Lyles look like he's struggling with something. We don't know exactly how severe or how much of a strategic move he's using, because at some point when you're not sure about the body, you'll have to make sure that the mind picks up where the body left off. I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments down below. And am I missing anything right now in track and field? What's going on around us? Or am I missing anything? I do believe that the top right now, the top performance or the top things to watch is the Clayton Twin. Definitely the top person right now. The Melissa Jefferson running extremely well, but she's running the Grand Slam circuit, so not at the I want to say that she's competing at the highest possible level, but I cannot say for sure yet that she's competing among the absolute best. Do believe that Melissa Jefferson has one of the massive start to a season, as powerful a start as one could expect, especially with the kind of payout that is attached to the sport or attached to the events that she had been winning. Yeah, I do believe that's a very good start for Melissa Jefferson. But I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about the start of the season. Do you believe that the US track and field is in crisis at the moment, or it's just some absolute exaggeration? It's just people panicking for nothing. Long season ahead, and athletes will be as precautious as possible. I want to hear from you guys. Rewrite the narrative. Like, share, and subscribe.